Hello, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudette. I am your Tarot Fairy Godmother, and we are here today with the Saturday Psychic Sampler. So it's just us today. I'm not simulcasting on Instagram right now. And I did not put out any promotions for this. I wanted to see who would come here just because you saw that we were going to be here. So that's fun, right? Just for us. All right. I want to say thank you to our members for being here. Thank you to everyone for being here. And a special thank you to Katie Kondo for a very generous super chat, for Laura T for a generous super sticker. Really, really appreciate that. You can see that I will be working with Spiral Tarot today. And I want to remind our members that Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we have a members-only live stream. I'm going to be reading for you, but very specifically with just 3 cards. So it's part readings, part lesson, what we can do with just 3 cards. We will explore every angle of 3-card readings by using your questions. So that's for the members for Monday. For today, you know what the deal is. It's the Saturday Psychic Sampler. That means that I will give a specific answer to your specific questions, starting with Smile Soul 20, who wants to know, and thank you so much for being here, and thank you for being a member here. Smile Soul 20 wants to know if she will get dismissed from jury duty. And did I ever tell you the story about how I got dismissed from jury duty? I told them I was a professional psychic, a tarot reader, and that I would certainly not be able to keep myself from doing tarot readings about the person's guilt or innocence, and I got dismissed. Let's see. What will happen for Smile Soul 20? Will you get dismissed from jury duty? Oh, let's see. Man, I could see this going either way. I don't have a clear answer. 50-50. I think if I had to vote, if I were a gambling woman, I would bet on you being dismissed. But I have to say, I could really see that going either way. So let me know what happens. But I'm saying I think you will get dismissed. Okay, Christine Anna Marie. Do I have a chance getting a visa and staying in the UK? All right, let's take a look. I think you could. I think it's possible, and I think it's worth working for. All right, Nalini Kalu, thank you so much for being here, and thanks for being a member here. How long before my finances are stable and flourishing? I feel like over the next 7 months, you will work to build that. And over that time, things will get better and better within that time frame. Okay, CVXN. Do you think I have a chance with A, romantically, or not? Let's take a look. It doesn't seem like the easiest thing. It doesn't seem like the easiest connection. I think the best way to do it is try to create a friendship and move from there. But it may just stay at friendship. And let me say thank you to Clumsy Clairvoyance for the super sticker. Really appreciate that. All right, Sun Spirit Tarot, nice to see you. Would opening, is it a cloth shop or a clothing shop? Not sure, but either way, the shop you're thinking about. Would opening a shop with Joseph be a good idea? Let's take a look. You know, I feel like there's a lot of details that would need to be worked out. In theory, it seems like a good idea. I think when we look at Joseph, the key is you would have to make sure that, the contract was clear, that you were both on the same page, that we knew who was going to be responsible for what. All of those things would be extremely important. If you could get all of that hammered out, I love the idea, but I feel like there could be so many problems here. You would really have to want it. You would really have to believe in it, and it would take a long time, and there's no guarantee that it would be successful. Is there a chance that it would be successful? I love the idea, but I'm not sure that it would really be successful for you. I'm so sorry. All right, Georgina Delivia Max. Should I speak to Kay again? He ignored me. I feel like if there's going to be a next move, it's on him. The fact that he has ignored you, kind of like you did your piece. So I think you need to leave it alone for now and see what he does. Jake, nice to see you. I recently uncovered a form of spirituality. Should I continue my study of it? Oh, now I'm interested. I want to know what it is. All right, let's take a look and see. Should you continue your study? Whether it turns into a practice or not for you, I think the study of it would be good. It doesn't necessarily have to be exclusive. It doesn't necessarily have to become your practice, but the study of it makes sense for you. Yes. Okay, so this is interesting. Robin Renee, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member. Last week you pulled the Empress, and yesterday you pulled the Emperor for me. Could you pull cards to clarify and expound on their meanings? Now, on one hand, you also had a matriarch loss in your family over that same period. So the first question is, how much of that was related to the family loss? That was certainly part of it. It was about the family loss. How much of it is about your own personal growth and your own forward motion in your life, in your schooling, in your career? How much of it was about you? I mean, it certainly applies, and you could take it that way, but I think it was probably, I didn't realize it at the time, but in retrospect, I think it was a lot about the loss that your family has suffered. Now, it could also speak to the ancestors, loved ones in spirit. And I think that's some of it too, your loved ones in spirit watching over you. And it could also speak on a larger level to the sort of political thing, the matriarchy versus the patriarchy, and how you will ultimately have a role in making things better and smashing the patriarchy. Does it speak to that particularly? Not as much right now, even though we certainly need to smash the patriarchy. And then there is the possibility of romance for you, the idea of you being in that kind of a paired union. Does it speak to that particularly? I think on a lot of levels it speaks to the fact that that doesn't happen, that hasn't happened, but could very well. So I think the primary meanings are more personal, having to do with the loss that your family sustained, but also having to do with the possibilities of a wonderful love relationship coming for you. All right. Santiago, nice to see you. Yesterday was my birthday. Happy birthday to you. What do my guides want me to know for my birthday? What a fun question. All right. So birthday cards for you. To learn from your past, to believe in yourself more than you do, to recognize your ability to communicate well, and to really think about where you want to go this year and going forward and how to do that, to recognize your power to create the life you want. Yolanda, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. What is the meaning of all the synchronization and signs I'm seeing and feeling about an ex-romantic partner? Let's take a look. I think it is coming up to let you know that there are some things there that in a way you have healed from, but in a way you haven't. That there is still some healing that you need to do as regards that experience and what happened there. And that it has left for you, a longing for something that you do not now have. So I don't think it's about, this person in particular, as much as it is about healing from that and wanting a person in that position. Nesty, so nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member here. I'm thinking of adding my great-grandmother's name as a middle name. Is that a good idea? What does my ancestors and cards say about it? Interesting. Wow. A card just flew out, judgment reversed. Yes, 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 do it. Your great-grandmother would love to be remembered that way, and it would bring a great deal of power to you, a great deal of power and healing, yes. Clumsy Clairvoyant, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I've been doing some tarot journaling lately and even started creating some tarot stories, one for each card. I'm wondering if I should do anything with it like blogging, but I'm not sure. I think that you absolutely should do a blog and then maybe add it on your YouTube channel as well, do a written blog, but then share videos about it as well and refer back and forth between the two to help build your business and build your channel and build your website. I absolutely think you should. It's brilliant and good. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Diana Price, so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. When will I meet the man? Just kidding. I'm thinking of the RV or van lifestyle versus moving overseas, like nomad land, which would be better. All right. So there's moving overseas, which would be good. And then there is the van or RV lifestyle. Both are good and both make sense. I think you need to do more research into both. I'm still kind of leaning toward the moving overseas for you. I think there's a lot of frustrations in that nomadic lifestyle, but I think you need more research. Okay, Katie Kondo, once again, thank you for being a member here, and thank you so much for the super chat. I've been feeling completely drained lately, I'm sorry, and not sure how to spark joy again. What do the cards have to say? What can I do? Well, you got a lot going on. It's a lot, and it's hard, and it's difficult. And on one hand, you have to be present for where you're at. You have to keep still moving towards your goals and know that ultimately your goals will be fulfilled. You will find everything that you need and you will have what you need. It may be taking longer than I thought it would take. It may be taking longer than we all thought it would take, but it will happen. So hold space for the disappointment. Hold space for all of that. But know that in the future things will get better, and don't be hard on yourself. All right. Laura T., thank you so much for being a member, and thank you so much for the super sticker. My daughter, Mia, any insight into how I can empower her as school returns? She's going through the awkward tween stage, and it's a battle to motivate and interest her. Okay, let's see what we got here. I think that, she's going to go to school, and she has to go to school. And once she goes to school, she is probably going to find some extracurriculars, some things that do interest her. I want to say, counterintuitively, coming from you, less may be more. That if you put too much emphasis on anything, that may disinterest her. Let her find what she wants. Let her figure it out. Let her figure out what she enjoys and what sings to her heart. And she'll be okay. Just don't worry about it. Make sure she's fed. Make sure she's where she's supposed to be. Make sure she knows she's loved. She'll figure out the rest, I promise. Hey, Claire C., so nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Should I pursue a car rental idea for extra income? Let's take a look. I think you really have to do more research about it. And I think if you do the research, you may decide it is not for you. I feel like you need to look at how you can use your creativity for extra income. Okay, Martha, nice to see you. My house has been on the market for only a little while. With only a few nibbles. What can I do to move along its sale? Right. It will sell. I don't know that there's anything more that you need to do. It will sell. And it will sell, August or September. And so I would say be patient. Don't worry. And I want to say thank you so much to Cassia. Thank you so much for the super sticker. It's nice to see you. Okay. Bianca Tarot, nice to see you. My mom is trying to get a job opportunity closer to home. Is it possible that she can get that this year or next year? It's tricky because she's a special ed teacher, so she needs the same pay or higher. So will she be able to get a job opportunity closer to home this year, next year? Is that likely to happen? It's going to take some time. It will happen. But I think it's more likely not immediately. It'll take a little time, but it'll happen. Leslie Jones, nice to see you. I can always feel physically when something bad happens with M or when he's not feeling good. We're not speaking at the moment. Was this awful sensation I felt Tuesday about him, about something going on with him? I think it may well be. And honestly, if I may, I know you didn't ask, but there are things that you can do to release that from yourself. There is energetic work you can do to release that energy and the responsibility of that energy from yourself. And I think that would be good to do. Really to get him out of your aura, just to get him out of all of there. That would be good for you. So consider that. And when I say that, do not go to some fake psychic and pay them hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever to remove it. You can do it yourself. Ritual bathing, cord cutting, energetic work, Reiki, any of that. You can do it yourself, or you can get someone who does not charge an arm and a leg to help you. All right? Jenny, nice to see you. Would learning Japanese help me career-wise, or should I pick Spanish? Okay, let's see. Japanese or Spanish? What would help you career-wise better? Either or both. Seriously, one night for Japanese, one night for Spanish. Do the one you prefer. Seriously. Either would be great. All right. And Betty Flesher, thank you so much for being here. And thank you for the very kind super chat saying thank you for the Saturday Psychic Sampler. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. Kathleen Patricia, so nice to see you. Do you see a clear path for me? Man, does any of us have a clear path? Good Lord. I wish I saw a clear path for anybody. I feel like life on the planet, the path is always sort of twisty-turny, isn't it? And for you, I think the bottom line is you will get a sense of what comes next. Eventually, I would say within 6 weeks or so, you will get a sense of it. It's going to feel twisty-turny for a little while, and that's okay. But in about 6 weeks, you'll get a sense of it, and it will be fine. So I guess technically, yes, I do. Can I tell you exactly what it is? No, I can't. Can I make it clear to you? No, I can't. I can just tell you to hang in there and trust. Better than nothing. Teresa Chase, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. I gave my 2 weeks notice, which is up next Friday. Congratulations. However, the new moon is the day before, Thursday. Should I make my last day Wednesday instead, starting fresh on the new moon? Is this a good idea? Would that really make a difference? I think it's okay a day or two before. I think you're fine the way you are, and I think it's better to do as you said you were going to do. I know in the Wiccan community, we usually say on or thereabouts. And so I think it's fine, and I think you can still use that new moon energy the way you want to. Okay, Monique, is R jealous of my relationship, or is it safe to vent to him? What a good question. Can you vent to him? I would say, he'll give you good counsel and he'll help you. Is he okay hearing it? It does hurt and bother him. He'll be a good friend to you and he'll help you, but it hurts him, so maybe not. Okay, and clumsy clairvoyant, speaking of which, when you start your blog, make sure I know, because I share people's blogs and stuff in my newsletter weekly. And so make sure I know so I can promote it for sure. Okay, Amber A, when will I get my benefits? Let's take a look. It's going to take some time, but you will get them. I would say by October, if not a little sooner. It is going to happen. Okay, Lydia Mephistopheles, nice to see you. Is the information I received from Jennifer correct? Is it better for me to put someone else in her place? Okay. Is the information you received from her correct? I'm not sure that it is. I'm not sure. Is it better to put somebody else in her place? Yeah, it may be. It may be. Okay. And Happy Trails Tarot in a Class B van. Very good. Good for you. Hey, Cassia, thank you so much for being a member here. And again, thank you for helping out with the super sticker. I am curious to know if my reconnected friend has somebody. I don't talk about it or ask. He asks everything about me, but I didn't ask. Okay, so does he have someone with him? Not other than what you already knew about. I don't think anything new. Okay, let's see. Okay, Sarita Singh, thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate it. Will my marriage be fixed before my birthday or not? I'm sorry to say I don't think so. Okay, Betty Flesher, thank you so much for being here. Thanks for being a member, and thanks for the super chat. Is there anyone in my family, living or past, who has or had psychic abilities? I would say absolutely yes, but it was not talked about or dealt with, but it definitely is in your ancestry, which is why you have it. Yes. Hey, Zuri, Yatsuri Shop, thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member here. Taking my cat Leo to the vet today for vomiting. I'm sorry. Do you see him being okay? I think there is a problem here. It may be a problem that can be fixed. But there is, it's going to be expensive, I think, and it may be fixed, it may be held off, it'll be okay, but I am concerned, I have to tell you that. Okay, Morgana the Great, nice to see you. Sorry if this is a weird question. There are no weird questions here. But can you see how I'm doing at the moment? I'm going through something kind of hard, but I just feel numb, so I'm worried if I'm really okay or will I collapse. Well, first of all, so sorry you're going through a tough time. And the numbness that you're feeling is protecting you so that you can handle it in little bits. And you will come into the full understanding of it and the full healing of it, and the fact that you recognize that your numbness is not the way you can stand with it. You're okay. You're smart. You're going through it. You'll go through stages of it. You will be okay. You can handle this, but it is little bit at a time. Over time, you'll be okay. And again, we're sending all of our love and care to you. Von Ray, thank you for being here. Thanks for being a member. Thanks for using a members only emoji. I'm thinking of doing an event at the end of the month, but there's a hefty vendor fee. Would this be something that would work out for me? You know, the concept is good, but this particular event, I don't think it's worth it. I think you can find similar things that are easier and better and cheaper. So the idea is good, but not this one. Janine, readings, just ask a question. You have to ask a specific question on Saturday. You can make a donation if you want, but I do this I just take them in the order I see them. That's how it works. Please do subscribe, though. Okay. Oh, and Clumsy Clairvoyance agrees with me, 3 days on either side and new or full moon. Okay. And Janine, yours is the next question I see. Does my colleague find me attractive or only see me as a friend? Let's take a look and see. I think your colleague does indeed find you attractive, but is fighting with that because you are colleagues and, maybe for other reasons having to do with this person's own past, is not necessarily interested in getting involved, so is feeling some conflict about it internally. Do I feel like this would turn into a relationship? I don't think it's a good idea for you to push on that. I think it's best just to build the collegial relationship and be friends and see what happens. If it's going to move further, let the colleague do it over time. That person is definitely not ready to go there right now. Thank you, Kathleen. Really appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Hey, Brianna Shepherd. Nice to see you. Go ahead and just ask a question. Seriously, thanks for being here. Please do subscribe. Okay, Bernadette Stewart, and I do see your question, Brianna. I will get to it in just a second. Bernadette Stewart, does Joe love me? I think Joe has feelings for you, and I think Joe appreciates you. Love is an interesting question, and love can mean a lot of things. I don't know that Joe is in love with you. Excuse me, but I think Joe does appreciate you. Okay, Brianna Shepherd, can you tell me why Rico is distant in our relationship? Will he come out of this funk? I think the distance is related to kind of his own issues around relationships. I think he's not a great communicator. And I think he is going through some stuff. I think he does really care about you. I don't know that he's good at relationships. And I think that if you call him on it and try to make it better, at first he's not going to appreciate it, but if you're very gentle and loving about it, that might work to make it feel better. He's got stuff from his past too. He doesn't know how to communicate. He's afraid of relationships and he's got stuff from the past. I don't really think it's about you. Oh, Cassia, you lost connection. Excuse me, please forgive me. Allergies. Okay. Cassia, what I said is I don't think that he has anything going on other than what you already know about. Okay. Okay. Jackie Masters, nice to see you. Thanks for being a member here. Besides tarot, I would like to study another divination practice. Do my guides have any suggestion as to what that should be? I feel that divination may have been in the family line. I agree. So I think you should work on scrying and specifically scrying in a bowl of salted water. See where that takes you. And beyond that, maybe crystal divination, working with different crystals and stones. Scrying in them, but also assigning meanings to them and casting them and that kind of thing. Okay, Iva Morris, so nice to see you. It's been a long time. What should I avoid with the conversation tonight? Chaos, anything that brings chaos, anything that is inspired by guilt or meant to inspire guilt. You want to tread very, very lightly here. Lead with love. Be delicate and gentle. Julie Barrett, so nice to see you. Oldest child is almost launched off to college. My goodness. Is there anything I can do in the next few weeks to help, or should I just get out of the way? The thing is, you have to believe in oldest child. You have to let oldest child know you're okay with this, whether you are or are not. Your confidence will give oldest child confidence. And beyond that, just make sure oldest child has everything they need in terms of the practical stuff. You take care of the practical stuff for the most part. Faith, confidence, and practical stuff. And congratulations. Hey, Diane Waters, thanks for being here. Has Jay told R and L about us not being friends anymore? I think so. And has maybe also said how sorry that feels, how sad that feels. I think that there's been a conversation, and it's not a mean conversation. I don't think it's mean. I think it's sad. Okay, Elizabeth Peralta, what is my spiritual path? Well, that's an interesting question and really up to you. You get to choose. And, maybe the question is, how do you find your best spiritual path? And the answer is, you may have been raised with certain things or told certain things. But I think you really have to look at what makes you feel good and what feels right for you. I think, too, that you would like to do something that either works with magic or manifestation or something where you have some ability to shape your own destiny. I think that's kind of important for you. Okay. Aria Wilson, is palmistry, palm reading, one of my spiritual gifts? I think so, yes. Obviously, it requires study, but I think it's something you'd be very good at. All right. From my perspective, okay, I see one more. So it's getting to be last call for readings, y'all. And if I accidentally missed you, please let me know. Please reiterate your question and do accept my apology. Okay. How does Y feel about me talking to LN? That is Ivy. Nice to see you. How does Y feel about me talking to LN? Not great, but not horrible either. It's okay. It's okay. All right. Jackie, give it a try. I really think you've got it in you to do it. I really do. So play with that and see where it takes you. All right. From my perspective, I have answered every question here. Members, remember, members only live stream this Monday evening. Everyone else, thank you to the new subscribers. Really appreciate it. Jackie, can I recommend a good book to start? I can't. I am so sorry I can't. But Google. Absolutely. And Janine, one question per person. But do please feel free to join us again. And Janine, I thought you already asked that question, and I answered it at some length. So if you missed it, isn't that true? Isn't that true? Didn't that happen? Let me look back and see. Yeah, I answered that question. So if you missed it, just go back. You'll find it. Scarlett Johnson, nice to see you. Thanks for being here. Is what, I'm not sure how to pronounce that person's name, told me about my partner true. Not entirely, no. I would be very suspicious about that. I really would. And Janine, I remember what I said about that, about your colleague. I think your colleague does find you attractive, but is not ready to really go there. You should not push on that. You should just be friends. Is it possible this could turn into a relationship? It might. It might. But. This person has a lot of issues and is concerned about a relationship, perhaps just in life in general because of past stuff, but definitely with a colleague. So there's a lot of concern there. So don't you do anything to move it forward. Just let this person go at their own pace. But yes, I think this person does find you attractive. That's what I got to before. So you can go back and listen, but that's the essence of what I said. Okay, Eliza, how does Ricardo feel about me? Up and down. I think there is some interest. I think there is some appreciation, but also some question and concern as well. A lot of different questions there in terms of what could be, or is this something? I mean, there's definitely some interest. All right, my friends, I want to thank you so much. Welcome to the new subscribers. Make sure you hit that bell. Thank you to the members and to those people who helped out with super chats and super stickers. I will look forward to speaking with you all soon. Thank you so much.